What's good, YouTube? It's Big Mind Sports Talk. We're back here again with another video. And today's video is gonna be a short video. We just here to talk about that boy Mendoza. Shout out to Mendoza and them for him winning the Heisman, also him winning the national championship. And basically it's talks going around like, should Mendoza be the number one pick in the draft? Uh Basically because the rumor really sparked because you seen Tom Brady was there and the owners and all of them was there. And so people is already estimating that he should be the number one pick, and people saying he should be the number one pick. And to me, if he's the number one pick, I think the Raiders are going to screw themselves. Again, there's nothing wrong with Mendoza. I think Mendoza's a good quarterback, but to me, he's not worth the number one pick. Like to me, I'm even taking Baines over him. I'm taking other needs than the quarterback. Like I do think if you get a quarterback, it can flip your franchise around. But shout out to Mendoza. I don't think he's that like to me, he's not like he does like to me, he don't throw a bad ball, but he's not like I don't know how to say it. Like he don't his arm ain't like just like you see what I'm saying? Like damn, he's the number one pick. Like literally through this whole college football season, everybody was saying this was like one of the worst years for Heisman quarterbacks. This is one of the worst years of quarterbacks in a while. And now all of a sudden you finna take a quarterback number one in the draft when y'all been talking trash about the this that's why I said to me I think it's crazy if you go number one. Again, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but to be the number one pick in the draft is crazy. Because if you look at all the other number one picks that was quarterbacks, like even with Cam Ward, you could see like okay, he could be the number one quarterback for how his arm is, how strong it is, how he's throwing it. Like all no disrespect, all Mendoza was doing mostly at Indiana was RPOs. And then he had some great back shoulder balls. I ain't gonna sit here and lie like, oh, he couldn't throw the back shoulder. He was throwing that joint, but he could throw a back shoulder throw. Don't mean you should be the first overall quarterback. Like it's crazy because literally college, this whole college year, all you heard was that this is a super weak years for quarterback. That's all you heard all year, and that this Heisman case was one of the weakest Heisman's in a long time. Again, nothing on Mendoza, but you can't be saying that this is one of the weakest quarterback classes of all in a long time. Then the first pick in the draft is going to be a quarterback. Like, come on now, let's keep it real. Again, I ain't saying that he's going to be a bum or I don't think he's going to be good. It's just I don't think he's worth the first overall pick. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If I was the Raiders people, I would have draft. I'm drafting everything else and then get a quarterback next year. I'm trying to build the roster up to where I basically only thing I need to do is just plug in the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? Have him and he don't set out. He just mess up your franchise for a whole bunch of years. So I said I think him being the first pick is to me is still crazy. 'Cause I'm telling you, literally all year they have said nothing but this quarterback class is boo boo. And, and I just think, but I really think it is just I think the NFL they slick listen to the media too much. They made it like so much like a you need a quarterback. I don't know how to explain it. It's like why if you know you need a quarterback and you think this year is probably not the best draft class of quarterbacks or next year is the best draft class of quarterbacks, no disrespect, but if you draft Mendoza, what you gonna have you have what the number one pick this year, you might have a top five pick next year. So it's like I'm not saying I don't think Mendoza's finna elevate y'all to a playoff team. Cause one, y'all don't have a good enough team to do that. You see what I'm saying? Like people think like if you get like a CJ Stroud, how his rookie year he took them to the playoffs, but if you also they had a good team. It wasn't just them. You see what I'm saying? The Redskins or the Commanders with Daniels. They had a good team. They had a good offense. It wasn't just Daniels out there. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is why not get other pieces? Why not you need some receivers. You need everything. The Raiders literally need everything. What I mean it's not like, oh the Raiders, we need to get this. No, y'all need to get everything. So it's like why waste your number one overall pick on a quarterback when you could get a DN, you could get an offensive lineman, and then you can just now I don't know the Raiders. I told you because again, if I was them, what I would do, I'm drafting everything else but a quarterback. I'm trying to get Malik Willis on a 1 year deal and draft a quarterback next year. That's my thing, because it's like it's not like the Raiders finna just become this magically playoff team next year. No, they still gonna be trash. And shout out to Mendoza going there because that's what it looked like it's going. He's still not gonna change nothing. Again, I'm not saying Mendoza is gonna be a bad quarterback. I think he's gonna be a pretty decent quarterback in the NFL. I think he's gonna be not decent. I think he's gonna be a pretty good quarterback. But my thing is, why draft him with the number one pick when literally all I heard all year was that this quarterback class is weak? They were saying this from the beginning, like after week 3, they were saying this was a super weak quarterback class, and they were saying this is one of the weakest Heisman classes ever. And now all of a sudden, Mendoza is one of the just like you think about this. They said this is one of the weakest Heisman classes ever, and he's going to be the number one pick overall pick. So think about all the other Heisman winning quarterbacks that were the number one over. It's crazy. Like I mean, you can just go down the line of what number one picks. Who was number Cam Ward? He don't look better than Cam Ward. Kyle Murray, he don't look better than fucking Andrew Luck, Cam. You see, like the people that we named as number one quarterbacks, boy. Even in college, they was putting in crazy work. Who you had a whole bunch of picks. That's why I said I think it's crazy how they're doing Mendoza. Again, I'm not saying he's going to be trash, but again, for the number one overall pick to pick him is kind of crazy. But yeah. So question of the day is the Raiders setting themselves back with drafting Mendoza? Well, y'all already heard my answer. It's a yeah. Again, I don't think he's gonna be trash, but to get him with the number one overall pick when you need everything else on your team is crazy. But yeah, uh, make sure you put in the comments what y'all think, and also make sure you like and subscribe. And peace.